Do you know what is the most important question that a jury has to answer to determine whether you are entitled to a verdict in your medical malpractice case? You want to know the answer? Come and join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. So now, this is a medical malpractice case. You believe that your doctor violated the basic standards of medical care, and as a result of that, you suffered significant, terrible injury. So now, when your case gets all the way through trial, now at the very end of the trial, what is it that the jury actually has to do in order to determine that you are entitled to a verdict in your favor? Do they simply decide, okay, who's entitled to a verdict? And they all take a vote and they say, okay, the injured patient. No, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Actually, the judge will give the jury a series of questions that they must answer. And the answers to those questions are actually their verdict. These questions are designed to get conclusions about whether or not the doctor was careless, whether or not the doctor's carelessness was a cause of your injury. And they're also designed to determine, if they reach that point, how much compensation you are to receive for each element of damages. That forms the basis of your verdict. So what's the most important question that the jury has to answer in order to determine if you're entitled to a verdict in your favor? You want to know what it is? It is, was the doctor careless? That's the question. If the jury decides that your doctor was not careless, that's it. The case is over. They never get to the next question. They never get to evaluate or consider whether any wrongdoing was a cause of your injury, and they never get to evaluate how much money you are to receive as compensation. That question is, in my opinion, the most critical question for the jury to evaluate. If, in fact, the jury does get past that first question and determine that the doctor was careless, now they get to the next question. And that I'll save for another video. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I recognize that you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need answers, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207. or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.